Hey y'all, welcome back to Blendverse Review. Today I brought the 97 Classic Red Rex from Kenner. And, oh, it's not 97, it's 93, my bad. But, yeah, so, among all this Jurassic Park or Jurassic World action figure collector, this has to be one of the top 5 for being the most famous figure out of every Jurassic series figure that has been releasing till nowadays. Well, among the Thrasher T-Rex as well. Some people preferred this over Thrasher T-Rex, and on the other hand, the others prefer the Thrasher one over this Red Rex. I got both, and I'm gonna do the comparison soon, later in the video. But yeah, I think I'll have to compare and contrast both of them again to actually finalize my decision, to see which one I end up liking first. But yeah, without further ado, let's get straight to the review. So first of all, this thing is really nicely made. I'm not blinded by nostalgia, I can tell you this for sure, because I wasn't even born when this thing was released. So yeah, no nostalgic memories with this guy I have, so I can be some kind of great judge to see if this is actually good compared to the figures nowadays. But I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a decent figure. So really nicely done colored. So I got this guy through Japan Mercury for 6,000 yen, which is really cheap for this figure in decent condition. Really nicely done and toned red color all over the body, and you see the black washes at the leg area as well. Really nicely done, these tiger-like stripe in black color. Of course, it's an old figure. I think it's now 31 years old. Yeah, should be right. But yeah, so as that said, this thing has a bit of color change. So this arm, as you see, it's a little on the bright reddish orange color on the arm. It's kind of different from the body, as you can tell, because the body color of the body is actually just pure red on this figure. Same goes with the bottom of the leg area over here, because this is made out of solid plastic and the arm is made out of solid plastic, and the body and the tail and stuff, it's all covered with rubber. So this guy has a hard time standing on its own, so I'm just gonna remove the base and hold it myself. So the head sculpt's really nicely done and really nicely patterned, nicely done pupil as well. I don't know why it looks like a bit of light green on the camera, but it's supposed to be yellow, black, and white for the pupil. Really nicely painted on a rubber figure, and it's really surprising how it can hold up to its date until this moment. Because it's made out of 100% polyester fiber. Pretty cool. So I wasn't told from the Japanese seller that this thing had ripped inner jaw area inside, which I kind of super glued to get rid of the additional rip or damage on this figure. And the seller also said the roaring feature works, but I haven't really tried it since I did not got the batteries at all. But yeah, the nose is nicely sculpted. The texture of the skin's really nice. I really like how they decided to get the black wash within the inner eye. It's kind of like those, rockstar makeup kind of thing, and it looks really cool. The teeth is nicely sculpted too. Apparently you get some black scuffs inside. The tongue is really nicely sculpted, so do the upper jaw area, and you see there's a cut in the middle because all the way to this moment it's made out of plastic and then turns into the polyester fiber. And the wrinkles on the neck are really nicely done too. There's a slight scuff here. There's a scuff on this part. There's a scuff in this part. Here, over here, there's a lot of scuffs. But it's an old figure, but still in decent condition. So I do not really mind about this, because I am a vintage figure collector. So under the body of this T-Rex is that it kind of looks like a darkish light green, kind of almost like a lime color, but in my eye it looks a bit more like yellow. I'm not sure if the problem with this thing is either the color changed as it received all those sunlight before from the previous owner, or not so sure if this is supposed to be a thing. But yeah, really nicely done. There's a cut in the middle from the torso in the midsection of the body there's a seam here because that's where they attached the body together, because there's this gimmick thing inside, so that the company had to put it in there. So yeah, really nicely done black wash, wrinkle, skin, texture and things. Jurassic Park number 9, really nice. Another scuff on my figure at the toenail. The dew claws unfortunately not really painted, but still decently sculpted, really impressive. And this speaker whole area where you remove with the screwdriver to put the battery inside, really decently done. The detail's much better than modern Mattel figures, and I really do appreciate it. Now I get the reason why people prefer Kenner over Mattel, at least for those who actually do prefer this over the Mattel one. I did own the 93 classic Mattel Red Rex before, but I unfortunately do not have it with me at the moment because I had to sell most of my collection for some personal reason. But here it is. I started to collect the Kenner ones now. So the detail at the very top side of the figure is really nicely done too. Really nicely done. The texture, the real feel texture on this thing is flipping amazing. The material they used for this thing is not as soft or squishy as the Thrasher T-Rex does. This is more of a harder polyester fiber they used over here, and it's definitely durable. And I definitely assume that's the reason why, how it's able to keep its shape after all those 31 or 32 years it has been since it was released. So really nicely done figure. And the feature it has is supposed to be when you put the batteries in here and squish the side over here, the jaw moves. But over time it makes a bit of a squishy noise on my end. It's kind of small noise it makes. You hear that thing inside? So yeah, really old, and it's kind of tough to press this thing. I'm not sure if it got kind of stuck over time with all those years. It's supposed to make a roar sound, which was not really film accurate when I checked the other reviews. And the other feature is that this thing has a stumping sound action, so every time you make this figure stump on a surface, it will make a stomping noise. So that is it for the gimmick and the detail for this figure. And as far as the articulation goes, the jaw movement, the arm swivel up and down for both sides, 360. No other articulation for the leg section or the body, but this tail's made out of there's the wire inside, so bandy wires, so you can bend it around. That's how I meant to keep the tail kind of straight. It's supposed to be curved, as you can see. This area is kind of sucked inwards, so yeah. Okay, now bringing the Thrasher T-Rex next to it, apparently the height is kind of similar. If you make the Thrasher T-Rex lean more forwards, apparently they both are using stand, because this Thrasher is having a hard time trying to fall over forward from its front side. The Red Rex tries to fall to the back, so yeah, it's a bit chaotic. I already did the Thrasher T-Rex review before I started to record and upload the new Rebirth Spinosaurus review, so do check it out. And yeah, the material on the Thrasher one's much more squishy, and this thing has a thrashing action, and much more articulated. I don't know, to be honest, material-wise, I'll say Red Rex is a bit better. It's more made out of more solid polyester fiber or rubbery material. This is more squishy. I'm not sure, and I cannot really guarantee if that's what makes it more durable from either of them. But to be honest, I cannot really recommend you guys to get one of this, but if you have to get one first and then get the other one later on, because Thrasher was my first one before the Red Rex, I would say go with the Thrasher one first, just to feel that Kenner classic and the recently done Kenner, because this is the last Jurassic Park movie they made based on The Lost World, so the latest one, I think it will be a great chance to compare with the latest Kenner figure with the Mattel figure as well. And then yeah, I mean, owning both of them are really a great thing, and I think that's what you should do as well if you get a chance. Let's do a quick comparison with the Red Rex and the other ones. So I brought the Mattel, the recently made and released on my place that I got this from. This is the Jurassic World Rebirth, the upcoming movie version of New Spinosaurus next to the Kenner Red Rex. And yeah, actually people were keep complaining that I have to compare this Spinosaurus with another Mattel figure, but the thing is I sold most of my Mattel figures, but I actually managed to find one from the attic. I'm pretty sure there will be another one or two. I cannot really find it rapidly, but there is a Megasaurus. So let's have a better look from the front, because my tripod's really like tall one. It's the tall one, cannot move it downwards anymore. But yeah, you see the Maposaurus is decently sized for kids to play with. But if you compare the size over here with the Spinosaurus and the Red Rex is obviously the biggest one, and then Spinosaurus, and then the Maposaurus. Hope you get a good idea with this, and I really do hope a lot of people own Maposaurus so they get the idea what the size of Spinosaurus is and the Kenner Red Rex is. But guys, really, I'm not if you read my channel description, not a type of person to collect Mattel figures only. I don't even have like 10 Mattel figures at the moment. Maybe not even 5 at the moment, because I sold all of them before I moved back here from Australia and things. But yeah, that's why I'm keep trying to compare it with the old Kenner ones, because that's what I only have for now. So yeah, just please do try to understand it and kind of appreciate it. I was really trying on my end, but whatever, here it is. Well, that's probably it for today's video. Yeah, it's been a tough day. Gotta go back and get back to work after uploading this thing. So yeah, anyways guys, thanks for watching. We'll come back with another review.